Hey guys, it's Bill from BlenderBrit. Today we're going to take a look at hull plating. Maybe you've made a sci-fi ship or a military boat or something along those lines that needs a plated hull. You may have gone down the route of trying a displacement modifier on the shape based on a tiling texture, something along those lines. Maybe you tried sculpting it. Both can work really well, but if you want to have sort of direct control and actually model in the plating, this is a way to do it. So I'm clicking on the surface here to move my 3D cursor, and then I'm going to make a plane. I'm going to rotate it and move it a little bit away from the object. Perfect. Then I'm going to take this plane and subdivide it. I'm going to take all the edges on the outside and add a mean crease. Reason is we're going to be using a subsurf modifier in a moment, and this will keep these edges nice and sharp. Okay, so next up is change the snapping tool to face mode, and then grab these vertices, press G to move them, hold down Control, which will activate snapping, and because we're on face select mode, it will then snap to the object, which is what we want. So I'll do that with all of these. Something along the lines of that. So now our dodgy plane is spread out over the surface of the target object. Okay, next add in a subsurf modifier, turn it up to about 4 for now. Gives us plenty of geometry to work with. Then add in a shrink wrap modifier, and this will displace and bend and curve the geometry around the target shape, like so. Can't really see it yet, but take my word for it, it's doing it. Next we're going to add in a solidify modifier, and we're going to set that to -0.02, which, as you can see, in fact, so we can see the effect a bit more, I'm going to turn that up a bit. Switch to smooth shading, and you're starting to see where this is going. Good. Okay. Now we just want to add in a bevel modifier. Turn that way down, probably about a 0.005, maybe less actually, 0.003. More? No, less. That's it, we need more of them. Okay. So turn your segments up, turn the amount up a little bit, and there we go, you get these nice sort of corner edges there. Okay, now once you've got the basic setup done, all you need to do from there is start moving it around. So I'll select all of that, duplicate it over here. Now remember, whenever you're moving these around, do hold down Control, because then the snapping will keep it following the original object, which is what we want. There we go. And you can start to see the effect coming into place. It's certainly more time consuming than putting on a quick displacement via a texture, but the results you can get are really quite good. There we go, that's looking quite nice. Still got a bit of a squariness to it. Might be the subsurf doing that. Yeah, that smooths it out nicely. So we'll turn that down for now just while we're editing, but then we can turn it back when needed. Excellent. Oh, one thing you do want to do with the bevel, make sure it's only affecting the outer surfaces by turning on angled mode there and setting that up to close to a right angle. That works quite well. Okay, let's make one more of these. In fact, maybe bring these ones up just a bit, and then grab all of that. When you're working on multiple shapes within the same object that aren't connected, if you select one vertex a bit and then press Ctrl L, it will highlight everything else, but just within that shape, just the connected shape, which is really handy at times. There we go. Okay, so you're getting the idea now. Now once you've done covering your entire original shape with that, let's duplicate this actually, and then we'll move it to a new layer, and we'll start applying some of these modifiers. Now at this stage what you want to do is see how little geometry you can get away with. So we'll turn it down to 2, which actually doesn't look too shabby at all. I like that. So we'll apply the subsurf modifier, we'll apply the shrink wrap, but before applying the solidify, what we need to do is we're going to have all these back faces, which may well not be what you're after. It certainly wasn't in the case of what I'm working on. So if you create 2 materials, we'll call this first one front and side, and then call the second one back, like so. Now just to make it clear for us, we'll change the back viewport color to a bright pink. And now if we go back into our solidify modifier, turn up the material index offset to 1, all of the back faces are now purple. So now when we apply the solidify modifier, tab into edit mode, we can select all of the back material faces, which are the pink ones, hit X, delete faces, and then bam, we have our whole plating. And that's pretty much it. From this stage it's very, very easy to unwrap. You just mark the corner seams there, unwrap, and then proceed with texturing and whatnot, and in the end you'll have a result that looks something along the lines of this. So as you can see, quite a nice result. After modelling was finished, I UV unwrapped, dumped it in Substance Painter, built up materials and cycles, etc. Played around a little bit with the geometry, just pulling some of the plates out a little bit to go with the kind of worn look that I was going for, but you get the idea. I hope you have fun with it. If you use it to make anything interesting, post it up on Blender Artist and put a link into the comments here so I can take a look. But yeah, I'll speak to you next time. Have fun.